go. Hi. I'm alive, I guess. I think the last time I recorded a video was maybe a week or two ago. Probably wouldn't seem like that online, but yeah, I've just been busy and stuff. It's currently 10 in the morning. Super early for me. I hope y'all probably hear the AC, but it's fucking hot. It's like 94 today, 98, around there. And then tomorrow's gonna be 100. And you know that I hate summer, so yeah, gotta keep the AC on because I hate the heat so much. I hate it so much. I've been playing a lot of 100 line last defense academy. I've been trying to get the 100 endings. I only have 10 endings, and damn, bro, that game is long. That game is long, but it was worth it. I got it as soon as it dropped, but as soon as it dropped, it was when the Switch 2 was getting, like, you could pre-order the Switch 2, so I had to wait a long ass line just to get that one game, but it was worth it. I would do it again. Definitely worth it. And then after that, I'm going to get, after I got that game, I got, what was the other game? It was another killing game, but it wasn't like Danganronpa, it was something else. Fuck, I can't believe I forgot it. It was like, it was a well-known one too. And it was for PlayStation. I forgot what it was called. Damn. Anyways, yeah, I got that, and then I'm planning to get I think it's called Shut in Order next, and that comes out in October, I think, either October or September. So I'm planning to get that game and then Silent Hill both on the same month. And yeah, obviously still trying to look for jobs and shit, or trying to get a job. I'm just trying to get paid, man. Obviously it hasn't worked, so I'm just fucked here. But anyways, what I wanted to talk about was being yourself. I think a lot of people are afraid to be themselves, whether it's online or offline, because you know, you don't want to be judged. You don't want to be that weirdo, you know? You don't want people to be like, oh my god, look at that weirdo. He's so weird, yo. You know, he's so weird and stinky and poopy, you know? A lot of people don't want to be classified as weird or abnormal, which I think it's weird that we think that is weird, if that makes sense. I think it's weird that we don't want to be classified as weird, and we think being classified as weird is weird. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Anyways, yeah. And I see a lot of people like afraid to be themselves, so they try to be another person or be someone else that they're not, or just do something that they don't want to do just to be normal or be, you know, fit in. And I'm like, damn, I get it, because I used to do that in like middle school and some of high school. Sometimes I still do it. Sometimes it does get the best of me too. And I'm just like, damn. And I always regret it too. I'm like, damn, I should have just been myself, you know? I should have just been me. Why am I out here being someone else, you know? Who am I trying to impress? Not a damn soul, because I don't talk to no one. So who am I trying to impress? Me? Definitely not. Yeah. And I've seen people sacrifice things just to fit in. Like, you know, they'll change up. Let's say if you do, I don't know, content creation, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anyone that does that, just to make that clear. So I don't know what goes on in there, but let's say you do content creation. Some people might change their style to fit in with other people, whether it's editing, their art, their videos, their vlogs, whatever. They change it up just to fit in. Now, there's a difference between, I think there's a big difference between fitting in or whatever, or changing it up to fit in, and then changing it up for inspiration. You could change something up for inspiration and not fit in. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. You can still be yourself. You could take inspiration and still be yourself without fitting in, if that makes sense. My throat is dying. And I think that's like a weird line to get into, though. Damn, my throat is dying. Am I sick? Do I have the T virus? Am I gonna turn into like Mr. X or freaking Nemesis or something? Anyways, yeah. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So that's a little line. I don't really want to get into that because I don't even know myself how, like, that line, like what crosses the line and what doesn't cross the line. But yeah, like if you want to do something, like let's say if you make videos or whatever. Actually, let's say if you paint, right? And let's say you really like someone's art style. So you take something from their art style and incorporate it to yourself and your own art style. Then you're still being yourself. Because you're still twisting that art style that you got from someone else to fit your narrative, right? But like, let's say for example, you know, I don't know where I'm going with this. Damn, I lost my train of thought. Are you kidding me? But changing it up. But if you want to be, let's say you just want to be like a clone or whatever, right? You just like someone's art style so much that you just want to copy it, right? There's no harm in copying it as long as you give credit to the first artist that you got it from. That's what I think. Copying is also a weird line to get into, but I feel like that's a line that I could talk about. Not because I got any like experience of it or anything, but like more of like I feel like everyone has a copy phase if you get into like content creation, right? As long as you give credit, like if I drew freaking Mona Lisa and say that it's my art, right? And don't give credit to the original artist who drew Mona Lisa, then obviously I'm the bad guy, you know? But if I did give credit, then everything would be fine, right? So if you want to be a copy of someone else or clone someone else, that is completely fine. Again, as long as you're being yourself, and be yourself and not harm others, right? As long as you're being yourself and you're not harming other people or hurting other people, then everything's okay. Everything is fine. It doesn't matter what way you point it towards, as long as you're not, that's the most important thing. As long as you're not hurting others or hurting, you know, anyone, and you're still being yourself, everything is fine. I guarantee you 99% of people don't care. They don't care at all. But as soon as you start hurting other people and, you know, being yourself, there's still then people are gonna care, obviously, you know. hope that makes sense. I feel like this isn't making sense. But yeah, is that all? I feel like there's more. I guess I could give another example. Like, if you're in the music industry, you know, who's an artist? If you sound like, I don't know, T-Pain somehow, magically, right? If you sound like T-Pain and you just want to be like T-Pain or like sound like T-Pain and, you know, copy T-Pain, then that's fine. And you feel like that's, damn, I feel like I just fucked up right now. What I meant to say is that if you want to copy T-Pain and you want to be like T-Pain or whatever, and damn, I should really think before I speak. If you want to copy T-Pain and be like T-Pain, sound like T-Pain, make songs like T-Pain or whatever, and you feel like you're being yourself, then, and if you feel like you're being yourself and you're not hurting others and giving the proper credit, then that's completely fine. That's what I meant to say. Fuck, I can't speak. Forgive me. It's 10 a.m. But yeah, that's completely fine. As long as you do those other things, give credit, not hurt others, then that's completely fine to be yourself and be a copy of someone. Personally, that's not me. I don't really want to copy other people anymore. That's the key word. I feel like everyone wants to copy someone with some part of their life. Whether it's hairstyle, whether it's glasses, whether it's how they dress, whether it's how they speak, whether it's how they make music, art, whatever. But at some point, I feel like everyone's like, damn, I don't want to do this no more, so let me create my own vision, you know? I think maybe like 4 years ago, if you asked me, hey, do you want to sound like someone? I would be like, yeah. And I want to sound like this person. But I would always give credit. Like, I would always give credit, and yeah, I will always give credit. I will always go into depth on why I used to want to sound like this person, sound like that person, do this, you know. I will give a description basically on why. Is that all I wanted to talk about? I think that's all I wanted to talk about. I always say these videos are getting long, and then they're like 13 minutes. Like right now, it's 13 minutes. Is that all? I think maybe that's all. Yeah. Anyways, I think this week, I don't know what day, but one of the days is my cheat days, because it's the end of the month. And I'm going to get Dunkin' Donuts or pizza, and then some lemon Oreos or mint Oreos. Oh my God, don't let me stop before, because mint flavor of anything. Oh my God, I'm in there. I'm a monster. I'm Cookie Monster. Are you kidding me? I'm in there. Okay, all right, I need to stop. Anyways, I'm gonna have a cheat day. I'm not gonna feel no fucking regret. I'm gonna eat my ass off. I'm gonna be the fat ass or whatever, and that's that. Anyways, that's probably the end of the video, because if I mint, let me stop. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. Have a good night. Bad things don't always stay bad. Remember that. Positive things always come through bad stuff. And if you feel like you're alone, you are not alone. And that's not to make you feel down on your problems and, you know, make you feel worse or whatever, or make you feel like I'm neglecting them. You're not alone. A lot of people go through it, and whatever you're going through is valid, no matter what it is, because it's your feelings. Is that all I wanted to say? I think so. Be positive. I know that's crazy coming from a pessimistic person, but be positive. And yeah. Bye-bye.